match number 5 of the evening would see a street fight Falls Count Anywhere match between Alf Edwards with his manager, Nameless, taking on Augustus the Third. Edwards would attack before the bell and beat down on Augustus, but Augustus would soon find his way back into it with a lariat and a drop kick, but Nameless would soon get involved. He would trip Augustus, and Edwards would hit a big suplex, whilst Nameless would confront. The fans love a bit of fan confrontation. Edwards would then hit the suplex for a 2 count and send Augustus to the outside, and Edwards would fire Augustus into the ring post before Nameless would grab hold of a bin. Edwards would fire Augustus into it before then throwing him into the wall, then trapping his head into a door and smashing his head in with the door. At this point, Augustus would fire up and he would throw Edwards into the wall himself and then grab hold of a foam headstone, smash him over the head with it. Don't forget, it was a Halloween themed event. Edwards would grab hold of the bin, hit a bin shot, and then into the merch table, fighting on the merch table. Gotta love it. Grabs hold of the wet floor sign, and Edwards would unload with the floor sign. Augustus would manage to finally grab hold of a chair and hit a missile drop kick, and at this point, for a 2 count, you thought maybe Augustus was back into it, and he'd grab a table, but in would come Nameless with the cane. And at this point, Edwards would take full advantage, hit the powerbomb to Augustus through the table to pick up the victory. After the match, Edwards would lock in a crippler crossface, and Chris Kronos would have to come out to make the save. So Edwards would take out his frustrations on poor old Tristan and suplex him. What a great match. I love a street fight. I love a Falls Count Anywhere. All round the building, all round the venue. And the fans absolutely loved it. The fighting into the fans, it just makes for the occasion. Absolutely fantastic match, as I say. Augustus, it was stacked up against him. Obviously, when there's a manager involved in a Falls Count Anywhere match, you expect a lot of interference, and that's exactly what happened. He gave a good showing of himself, held his own as much as he could for as long as he could, but eventually the numbers game would tell against him, and this enabled Edwards to pick up the victory. Now, Edwards was absolutely dominant in this one. Obviously, he had Nameless on his side, which made all the difference, but Edwards would dominate throughout. He looks hard hitting, he looks impactful, and those suplexes are just phenomenal. Anyway, if you ever get a chance to see either of the 2 competitors in this match live for yourselves, I recommend that you do so.